All right, we are live. Danny's doing a live DraftKings build right now just because he wants to build one last minute. So we're going to do that for the first couple minutes of the stream.
This is for you DFS noobs out there because I don't play a lot of DFS, and I guess Corey's going to give the live feedback on how to DFS.
Yeah. Okay, so fastest pace games on the main slate include Dolphins, Bills, highest pace. Patriots by a lot, actually. Patriots, Chargers. Rams, Texans, Panthers, Falcons, Buccaneers, Saints. Those are the five highest pace games.
I'm thinking maybe the Bills, Dolphins one.
Yeah, that'll be mega chalk though, just for the record.
Oh,
so
really?
If you're gonna go Bills, Dolphins, that's fine, but you're gonna have to get different other places.
Okay, so that is the chalk.
That's the chalk, 100%. Yeah.
All right.
Josh Allen, Diggs, Sanders. That's the chalk.
Is Panthers, Falcons chalk as well?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's pretty chalky. I would say So
the thing is, if you try to stack Panthers Falcons, you don't have that stud quarterback.
Yeah. I'm stacking the Panthers side is actually the side that's getting the steam.
Really?
Of that stack. Yeah. A lot of people are on Darnold this week.
Ew.
As he's like the GPP bro play.
Damn. I was about to say look, I like the Falcons side of that because now obviously with the news of Ridley out, I mean, to be fair, Pitts is probably the cross.
If you want to go Falcons side, go ahead. It's going to be pretty chalky now that Ridley's out, though, because
that's what I was going to say, too.
Really high ownership now.
I also don't see, the huge upside for Matt Ryan, in terms of, tournament.
So what I've done in a couple of my lineups is I've gone with Hubbard and
I like that.
And with Brady, because that's still going to be, a lot of the steam in that Buccaneers Saints game is on the over. All the sharps are betting the over in that game, so I don't mind the Brady side of things. I haven't done a whole lot of Stafford this week. But Stafford's also a smart play, but you're gonna you're gonna need Cup if you put Stafford in.
Agreed. Let's actually quickly we got a quick super chat also from Stephen Drake. Appreciate that a lot. 499. He says, with Ridley out, would you flex Tony, Crowder, Ayuk, or David Johnson? I personally, for me, if Tony's playing, I'll start Tony. But if Tony's out, I personally would go with Crowder or Johnson's close because I actually do like Crowder a good amount this week with Corey Davis doubtful.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Tony is, do we know he's going to be out for sure or playing for sure? I would play him. He'd be the guy that I would go with. But yeah, I think all of these guys that you have listed here play at 1 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you'll know. So if you'll know
if Tony plays playing. Monday.
Oh, Tony plays Monday.
Yeah, Tony plays Monday. So if we don't know what Tony's status is, which I don't think we do right now, I would play David Johnson. That's who I would go with.
Yeah, I probably agree.
Though I'm starting David Johnson in one of my leagues, and I also playing him in DFS too. So,
though I do still think that Crowder's a decent play.
Okay, so let's build this fast. Who do you like as your stack again? You can play a chalky stack as long as you go contrarian other places.
I'm thinking Stafford, Cup, and then from the Houston side to run it back would be David Johnson.
Yeah, that's different because a lot of people are gonna fucking play
Cooks.
They're gonna play Cooks, yeah, and you could go Rams D too to stack this too, but Rams D is really expensive, so it's probably David Johnson's 4,200, so he is dirt cheap.
He's cheap, damn.
Yeah, he is very cheap. All right, so you got most of the Sunday Million winners and the big contests are winning with one expensive running back and one cheap running back. That's usually how the builds are going right now. So if you wanted to get a pay up running back here, that'd probably be the smart play. With Jamal Williams out, man, Swift. In a full PPR format, Swift makes a whole lot of sense. He's going to be pretty highly owned, but again, you can go a little contrarian at wide receiver to make up for that.
Okay.
I like Swift. You could also go with Taylor or Mixon in that range too. Doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, I'll go Swift. I agree with you there.
Okay, so wide receivers, you can't afford any of those guys, so you're gonna have to scroll down a
little bit.
Some of the guys I like you don't have to go down that far, but in the 6K range or whatever is probably where I'd be looking. 5 to 6K. I think.
Is it bad if I double stack the Rams here?
I probably wouldn't personally because the Texans are pretty good against. If you were gonna double stack the Rams, I'd rather play Higbee. Yeah, I'd rather play Higbee than Woods. Again, I think if you wanted to squeeze one more high-priced wide receiver in, you probably can't do it now that I think about it. So
AJ Brown's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford that though, to be honest. I'd probably be going for a guy like Devonte Smith or Emmanuel Sanders, Michael Pittman Jr., T. Higgins, somebody in that range because I'd probably go two with those guys because you need to save money in places, and I think those are two guys that Cole Beasley I think is also a good way get exposure to that game. He's playing 90% of the snaps since Dawson Knox injury. So
Yeah,
he's a guy. I really like Cole Beasley this week. He's one of my locks of the week
I like it.
because everybody's going to play Sanders and Diggs. So if he catches a touchdown, that'll be a huge swing in your favor.
I'll pick my shoot, of course.
Yeah, go for your defense here.
I was about to say I'll pick my defense now, so I know what I'm kind of working with.
Yeah, you think that through. I'm going to start answering some questions.
Sorry.
So Evan's in here early. He says, "Fellas, love the content as always. Best on YouTube. Always appreciate you answering my questions. 2 quick ones today. Dak or Burrow? Just start Burrow. It doesn't look like Dak is going to play. Devonte Smith or Claypool? I'd go with Chase Claypool there.
Yep. No, I agree there. I actually have to readjust my rankings for the case that Dak doesn't play. I think he's going to play from what I've been hearing. It's a game time decision. It's
I
like
honestly am probably not going to count on Dak unless I have Kirk Cousins or Daniel Jones.
And that's why I agree with you here, because at the end of the day here, even if Dak plays, Burrow has a good matchup this week. Burrow's been playing phenomenal football. So even if Dak has probably a 25-point outlook, if Burrow puts up 21, 22, you're not going to get super upset about it if you sat Dak.
Yeah, exactly. So with Ridley ruled out, pick 4, Damian Harris, Elijah Mitchell, DK Metcalf, Jamar Chase, or Devonte Smith. Okay, so Chase and Metcalf are locks. They don't leave your lineup.
Yeah.
I'd go Elijah Mitchell, and see, this is a close one for me between Damian Harris and Devonte Smith. I personally would go with Devonte Smith and sit Damian Harris there. I know he just had a big week, but the Chargers are going to put up points, and if they get ahead in this game, which I think is going to happen, Damian Harris is not the pass-catching running back. He'll get phased out of this game. So I think Devonte Smith is the safer play out of him and Damian Harris. Elijah Mitchell and maybe Damian Harris, you want to debate that a little bit, but I think his workload's much safer than Damian Harris's.
Yeah. Also, quick side note, how are the Bears only 2,700?
I don't know. You could play them. That game has one of the lowest over-unders on the slate. I actually think it has the lowest over-under on the slate.
And the Bears, in actual fantasy too, are literally a top 5 defense right now. And
yeah, so I wrote about them in my article saying that they were one of the best defensive plays this week, because that game legit has a 38.5 over-under. It's really low.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
what's the implied score? Because what's the
for San Francisco?
What's the spread right there?
The spread for that game is currently 39.5 is the over under. Chicago's favored by 4 points, or underdogs by 4 points. Sorry.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So
not bad.
Yeah. Damn. They're literally projecting a 22-17 type of game.
All right. Let's finish this lineup out here. So do we want to go? Let's go Rams double stack. Put Higbee in there.
Bet. Higbee, Higgles.
Then so we need a wide receiver and a flex. We only got 5K each, so we need 2 cheap plays. One guy that I really like around 5K is Pittman. I really like Higgins around there too, so you could go with one of those guys.
Yeah, where is he?
You got 5,200 Higgins, 5,300 Pittman. So if you play one of those guys, you'll need another cheap guy for the flex.
And let me see what cheap guys are here too, just so I can kind of get an idea.
There might be some cheap running backs too that you could go with, or you could double tight end it if you wanted to.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find anyone down there.
Nobody. May as well look. I mean, I don't mind Nico Collins, but I already have exposure for Houston side with David Johnson.
Yeah, no, that's a little sketch.
Collins is very volatile as it is, regardless.
Amon-Ra is not terrible just because that game is expected to be second highest. Or sorry, all the steam is on the over in that game. That's why I like that one. If you want to go in that direction.
Amon-Ra at 3,900 is actually a good value.
If you want to go, they're most vulnerable to the slot of all wide receiver alignments. So that's not bad. So you got 6,100 to work with. You could fit in a pretty decent running back. I think Chuba Hubbard's criminally going to be under-owned this week.
Really?
You could almost get up to Patterson, which would have been nice. Julio, he's out. Brandon Cook's gonna be highly owned. You don't want to play him probably because he's gonna be in your Ram stack. You diversify by not playing him.
Yeah,
you can almost get Pitts in. If you paid down a little bit more at defense, you could go double tight end and get Pitts in. I wouldn't hate that either. Because, dude, Pitts, just think about if Pitts was a wide receiver, would he be 6,300?
No, he'd be fucking
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It might make sense for you to go double tight end here.
Yeah, that's true. Now, if I'm spending down at defense, what do you think of the Dolphins? Maybe
I think
not the Dolphins. Lions, maybe.
Yeah, I guess you need to go more than that. I was gonna say go Colts, but you need 200 more. I think the Lions would probably be the play there because Hurts is he's always in the way of doing some shit. Anyway, Nuke says Matt Ryan or Carson Wentz. I would go with Matt Ryan there. Nuke.
Yep. No, I agree there.
Yeah.
Matt
So
Ryan. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Cole. Sorry. What did I say? Good morning, anybody.
yeah, go
Good
ahead.
morning,
You
everybody.
finish out the lineup. I'll get to the questions here. Sit
No,
Dak and play Wentz.
no.
Yeah, I probably would, to be honest. I know it's shitty, but that's probably what I would do.
I would honestly just drop Wentz for Daniel Jones and no.
Yeah,
It's
if
happening.
Daniel Jones or Kirk Cousins is available in your league and you have Dak Prescott, drop, whatever you got available, Dearness Johnson or something, like whatever, you don't need to roster on your team, and just hope that Dak plays. But if he doesn't, you have, Cousins or Daniel Jones you can pivot to, because the difference between Dak playing and Wentz playing is a pretty huge difference. So I'd like to cover my ass if I can. Ridley out. Yep. Have Cooper and Mike Evans in my lineup. Should I bench either of them for Higgins, Claypool, or Judy? Worried about Evans with Lattimore. Hearing reports Dak might be out. Yeah. So I wouldn't bench Mike Evans for those guys. I know they're technically in better matchups, like Claypool especially, but I don't know. Like Mike Evans in the Bucs offense throws so much that he can transcend that matchup. It hurts him. It hurts his value that he's going up against Lattimore, but he can win that matchup. He's not going to be on Lattimore every single play.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. PPR. Rest of season.
Okay.
I'll also go with Rodgers and Kamara here.
Yeah, I think the difference between Kamara and Aaron Jones is enough to transcend that other part there. Sorry, my dog's barking right now. New Life says, what do you think the chances Gronk plays? I have Gesicki and don't know what to do. I'd probably just start Gesicki. I think Gronk's going to play, though, personally.
Yeah, Gesicki's a good enough option to the point where I'm not fretting it.
Yeah.
If it was I don't know, Tyler Higbee or if you had Robert Tonyan or something, that's when I would.
You just reminded me, I have to make sure I have a 4 p.m. pivot in case what's his name doesn't play, in case Gronk doesn't play, because I don't know if I do have a late swap option for him in my price range.
Is the Rams game 4 p.m.?
No, I don't think so.
Philly, Detroit.
Yes, I think Philly is. No, they're at 1. They're at 1.
Buffalo game.
Anyways, I'll figure it out. I'll just pull it up in a second.
No, I'm just asking you because I'm looking at the lineup. Now, the question here is, or should I sub out Higbee, put Pitts in, and then go for a receiver at Higbee's price range?
Higbee's price range receivers are dog shit, though.
What are there?
Nothing. They're bad. They're like Ayuk and Anderson and shit. They're bad.
Oh God.
I don't know, dude. I would personally just play Pitts and your flex. The Sunday Million winner last week had 2 tight ends.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Because again, just pretend Pitts has a WR beside his name, and you're fine. Because basically
now that I have an extra 200, should I upgrade Beasley to a 5100?
I really like Beasley this week. I don't think you're going to get much better than him.
Yeah, I can't even. There's no 5100 player.
Yeah.
What about a Monra? Is there 4100? I mean, ew, Rager. Okay, yeah. I'll probably just fucking eat the 200. I don't care.
Yeah,
that's solid.
Fine. Okay.
Are happy with that? Let's get into some questions.
Yeah, we'll shred through some now. Kyle Pitts, rank him in fantasy versus real life. I think he's already a top 3 tight end, both in fantasy and real life. Legitimately.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, top 3, you'd be like, oh, so which one is he better than, Kittle, Waller, or Kelsey? Pick your poison. I think he's better at some things than others. I think Waller's the prototype for Kyle Pitts. Is the way he's used. It's the prototype tight end, move, big wide receiver type. So Kittle's obviously going to be a better blocker than Pitts, but he's not used like that. Pitts is never asked to do that.
Am I crazy if I say that I think Pitts today might already be better than Waller? Am I crazy if I say that?
He might be. It's not an outlandish statement. I think top 4 at minimum. He's clearly a top 4 tight end in the NFL right now. Fantasy, real life. I think he might be the tight end 2 in fantasy the rest of the season. I think legitimately, I can make an easy argument over Kittle and over Waller just because of how their offenses operate. The Falcons throw the ball way more. Kyle Pitts is used way more creatively than a guy like George Kittle is. George Kittle plays more than half of his snaps as a blocker. So, and he already is in a low passing volume offense with either Jimmy Garoppolo or a rookie quarterback. So I'm clearly taking Pitts over Kittle rest of the season for fantasy. And Waller, I would also take over him I would also take him over Waller as well, just because we've seen some inconsistency especially since John Gruden resigned, that Waller has kind of disappeared in some games, and I just don't think Pitts is going to do that.
Yep, no, I agree.
Good football morning, everyone. Good morning, Mac. Chargers D or Kansas City streamable? I would play the Chargers defense at home against the Patriots. Give me them. They have the Patriots are allowing top 5 fantasy points to the opposing defense. And Mac Jones, I think he's thrown 6 picks in like the last 5 games.
Yeah. Side note, Corey, what other contest should I enter? Like in terms of name value?
Name value. I always go small field. So anything with like less than 6,000 people, that's like a $10 to $20 entry is probably good bang for your buck.
Like is fair catch like
fair catch? I'm in a fair catch this week. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'll enter that.
Or I was in one last week. No, I'm not in one this week because I'm in like the higher priced ones this week. But that's usually what I play. Rolando says need an RB2 and a flex. Javonte Williams, Alex Collins, Dallas Goedert, full PPR. I would go with Javonte as the RB2 and Dallas Goedert as the flex.
I agree with that.
Yep. Love the live streams. Appreciate that, Jeremy. Amari Cooper or Kyle Pitts as my wide receiver 3. This league is standard and does not require a tight end. Okay, so I would play Amari Cooper. I don't know, man. I might play Pitts without Dak playing.
I mean, like, to be fair, we don't know if Dak's not playing. Like, I think it's actually like
there was a report that came out. PFF tweeted out yesterday that sources close to the situation believe that Dak Prescott is not going to play.
I saw something that said like people believe that he's going to.
Really? I saw the opposite.
Maybe
we need to get our facts straight. But assuming Cooper isn't going to have Dak, I'm going to play Pitts.
What I saw is that he got cleared to play, but at this point it's like a pain tolerance thing going into Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Like doctors like cleared him. It just depends on how it feels like in warm up.
Well, he also had his grandmother pass away too. So
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't think he's going to play.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, knowing Dak, like
that could be, a grandma passing away game could be a big game for him, but I don't know. But I'm saying that's a tough decision. If you have Dak Prescott, you're probably going to have to make some executive decisions. And same with the receivers. You're going to have to decide.
You're going to have to pick up Daniel Jones.
I think Pitts is such a good option this week to the point that I'm okay playing him as the safe play over Cooper. If you have somebody like, T. Higgins or something, then I'd just stick with Cooper. But if you have a guy like Pitts, who, if he was a wide receiver, would be ranked as a top 15, top 20 guy for me, I'd just play Pitts.
Yeah, no, I agree there. I'll lock Pitts is great in life, not like his stats only apply to fans. Yeah, no, I agree with that too. Like this guy's on like an 1,100 yard tight end pace,
which is why he's on pace to break Dicka's record for the rookie tight end receiving record.
But bro, rookie tight ends, he's got to be special, man.
He is special. That's why. Stephen A. Morning, guys. What's up?
Morning.
Full PPR, Gainwell, Alex Collins, Javonte Williams, or Higbee. Give me Kenny Gainwell there.
Yeah, I agree there.
Personal matter again for Ridley. Maybe he could be traded. Never know his rookie con. I don't know what his personal matters that he's dealing with this season are, but it's unfortunate if you guys drafted Calvin Ridley or if you traded for him at my advice, because I did talk about him as a buy low candidate, but he's obviously dealing with something. I don't know what it is, but I can't blame the guy for missing games for personal matters.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
With Ridley being out for personal matters, should I play Kyle Pitts or Joe Mixon at my flex? Okay, so I'd play Joe Mixon there, but how are you not getting Kyle Pitts in your lineup is my curiosity. Like, he's the tight end 1. Like, there's no tight end I would play over. I'm guessing you have Kelsey. You have to have Kelsey. There's no way that you're... Because Andrews and Waller are on bye. So if you don't have Kelsey, you got to play him as your tight end.
Yeah. Also, I want to know what running backs are starting over Mixon too.
Yeah, you must be in a very shallow league, but I would love to get Pitts into my lineup some way or somehow this week. So... If you have any kind of like middling wide receivers that you're flexing over Pitts, then put Pitts in.
Yep, I agree there.
Full PPR, need to flex Jacoby, Landry, Devontae Parker, Elijah Mitchell. Might also need to Jacoby. Yeah, Mitchell is clearly one of them for me, and I would also go with Jacoby Myers there. I might need to scoop a tight end if Gronk is out. The Jags play at 4, and Dan Arnold's probably not owned in your league. So if you need somebody like that, I think that's not
bad
at all.
Morning, boys. Need a running back between Chuba and Gibson, then Higgins, Deontay, and the other running back for flexes. Full PPR, thanks. Need safety. His Kyler and Ertz. If you're needing safety, like I really like Chuba this week.
Chuba's a lot safer than Gibson if you're going to go in that direction.
And
I personally do believe that Gibson will get back on track in this game. I talked about it yesterday, but this was the first week since week 3 that he logged a full practice, and he's not questionable coming into a game for the first time since week 1. Yeah. So that he could be like we've seen the limited workload and things of that nature. We also have seen them get blown out in 2 straight games against the Packers and the Chiefs. The Broncos are not going to blow them out. So I'd imagine Gibson's going to be a lot better this week. The Broncos are also not that great against the run. They have this like reputation for being great against the run, but they're not that good against the run. So I'm playing Gibson in DFS this week. I think he's like sub 5% ownership. So I actually don't mind Gibson, but if you need safety, go with Chuba. Higgins, Deontay. It's safety. It's clearly Deontay Johnson. He gets way more targets than Higgins. So the other running back for 2 flexes. So I'd go Higgins and Deontay as the 2 flexes there, personally.
I agree there.
Start 2, flex 1, full PPR. Fournette, Hubbard, Gibson,
Which Harris?
I'm assuming it's Damian, or I'll see what it's listed him earlier, I think.
Yeah.
I would go Fournette, Hubbard, and Gibson, personally.
Yeah, first 3.
I would go with.
Yeah, though I will say, what's it called? Harris versus Gibson's pretty close for me.
It's not for me. I don't really like. It's also full people. I mean, neither of them are like overly involved in the passing game, but Gibson more so than Damian Harris.
That's fair. I love the channel with Ridley out. Do you go Gage over OBJ?
I'm not messing around with Russell Gage. It's going to be the Patterson and Pitts show. Give me OBJ there.
Yeah, I agree.
Good morning. I might need to get more Patterson in my lineups now that Ridley's out.
Good morning, Omar. What's up? Half PPR, 1 for flex. Judy, Marvin Jones, David Johnson, Zach Moss. I'd go with Jerry Judy here. Jerry Judy or David Johnson, kind of close.
I'd go with Marvin Jones.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go with Marvin Jones.
I don't mind making that bet.
Yeah, we can make that bet. Honestly, man, like Judy, yes, he's
his range of outcomes.
He might be a 65% route rate, snap rate kind of guy this week because it is his first week off of a 6-week injury or 7-week injury. Yeah. So there's a possibility. Like I think if you need ceiling, and floor, I still think it favors Marvin Jones because this Seahawks matchup is easy as hell.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't mind that. Again, Judy's a much more volatile play because I do think at his ceiling is higher than Marvin Jones
for sure. But I mean,
again,
I don't think that the Seahawks are going to possess the ball very often, right? Because they have Geno Smith. They can't really sustain drives on offense. So the Jags might actually dominate the time of possession in this game.
You got the Jags winning this one?
I think they win. Yeah, I think they're going to win.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that take.
Yeah, I don't know if they're favored, and I doubt they're favored, but I think they'd win this game. Yeah, if you ask a question, hit the like. Fair exchange. Appreciate that, Mac.
Fair exchange.
I'm sure Daniel will update you on how many likes we have right now.
I was looking into it right now. There are currently 55 concurrent viewers in the stream, only 15 likes. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
That's weak.
That is weak sauce.
What up, guys? Carter.
Quickly, side note. We left off on Alex. We actually got a $2 super chat from Paul. Appreciate that a lot. It didn't show up for whatever reason. He says, Superflex full PPR half point tight end premium. Would you start Justin Fields or Ricky Seals Jones?
I would go. That's a real thing.
I'd go with Seals Jones. Quarterback. I go with Seals Jones.
I'll take Fields there.
I don't know, man. I don't trust Chicago at all.
I don't trust Chicago at all either. But maybe with Matt Nagy out for this game, maybe they change the play calling or something. I don't know, dude. I don't think Seals Jones and a tight end premium is enough of a difference.
I mean, if we try to equate the points though, right? Seals Jones at a 1.5 per catch basis. Like you should expect 4 or 5 catches from him this week.
Yeah, that's his
usage. Like that. So if that's the case, I mean, you're already getting 6 to 7.5 points there, and then
all Fields needs to do to get to that is 150 passing yards at a passing touchdown.
It's a fully I think Ricky Seals Jones range of outcomes is probably in the 10 to 18 range, whereas you're hoping
Fields range of outcomes too, probably.
Except he's probably got a higher.
But if he rushes the touchdown in, which he hasn't done yet, then he could definitely get high. His ceiling's higher. I'd just go with Fields.
I'd say here, if you're looking for ceiling, go with Fields. If you're looking for floor, go with RSJ.
For sure.
That's actually an interesting question.
Yeah, I appreciate the super chat. That's an interesting
question.
What up, guys? Carter or Collins, full PPR? I'd go with Michael Carter there. The workload's a lot safer from what we've seen from Collins. They're kind of using a 3-man committee. Also, Chenault or Myers, full PPR. Again, that's kind of a ceiling floor argument in full PPR. Chenault in a better matchup, playing more snaps outside of 11 personnel. I would go with Laviska Chenault. Because Jacoby Myers is, he hasn't scored a touchdown in his career. He's a lot more of a low floor or a low ceiling option. So I would just take Laviska Chenault there personally.
Yep, I agree there.
So Mo says need 2 out of these, Judy, Pollard, or Myers. I would go with the first 2, Judy and Pollard personally.
I personally would go with Judy and Myers, but we left off quickly here at Brady. We got another super chat here from from Troy Smith 499. He says, "Thanks for the hard work and great advice. Appreciate that a lot. Keep up the good work. If they answer your question, give them a like. Means a lot." And hey, thank you for the super chat as always, Troy. But yeah, listen to Troy. If you guys watch the
Yeah, and
stream,
if you have
we
a
answer
question, Troy, feel free to drop it.
yeah, feel free to drop the question. We'll read it off as well.
Yep.
Speaking of, like, let me get Spicy Hot in here, but go back to the.
Yeah, no worries. I got it. Just get Spicy Hot in here. Okay, Brady says Elijah Mitchell or Marvin Jones. I mean, kind of scoring format dependent, I would say. In any kind of PPR league, I would favor the wide receiver because Elijah Mitchell has like zero involvement in the passing game. So I personally would go with Marvin Jones. I'm assuming you play in any kind of PPR league.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would say here, full PPR, I'd go with Marvin. Half PPR, I'd probably slightly lean Elijah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a very high scoring game. I would probably just go with the wide receiver personally. I really like the Jags Seahawks is like kind of like a low key high scoring game. PPR, should I drop Robbie Anderson to pick up KJ Osborne? I would rather have Robbie Anderson right now.
Yeah, I know. I agree there. Really selling my team. It's pain.
Pain, yeah.
Half point PPR, Seals Jones or Evan Ingram. I go with Seals Jones.
Yeah, I would say the Ingram matchup will be more pass heavy because you kind of asked that in your question, but Seals Jones' involvement is way more than Evan Ingram's. So I'll lean with him.
Yep. No, I agree there.
Pick 2, Sutton, Judy, Chenault. I will go with the Broncos. There. I'll take both the Broncos.
I agree there.
Their matchup's really good. Like, I know it's like you don't want to play 2 Broncos necessarily, but their matchup is very good. This is the best defense in the league to play for wide receivers. They're number 1 adjusted fantasy points allowed, Washington.
I have one quick side note. Is the Philly-Detroit game super chalky?
Not super chalky, but it is going to get some steam for sure.
Okay, because I was thinking about like in my second lineup.
You can go like I'm going to go. The one lineup I did was just Hurts, Goddard, Swift.
Yeah, no, that makes
you can go Hurts, Smith, Swift too if you wanted to do that, but it's going to be like I would say the contrarian way to build that would be probably Hurts, Smith, and Hawkinson. If you wanted to do that, because Hawkinson's not going to get a lot of steam. His projected ownership is like 3%.
Now, it's
not bad. I don't know. You go with what you want, but I think Swift is going to be mega chalk this week. Like after the Jamal Williams news, he was already going to be 15-20% owned. He's going to be 25 this week.
Yeah, and
I think he's worth it. I think he's going to be a smash because it's a very easy matchup, and he has no Jamal Williams. Like he's gonna smash.
Yeah, that's fair.
Should I pick up Callaway or Van Jefferson? I mean, depends who you're dropping. I'd rather have Van Jefferson than Callaway, though, personally. Chuba or Darrell Williams. Who do I have ranked higher there? I don't even know. That's close. I personally have Chuba Hubbard, I have Darrell Williams 2 spots higher than Chuba Hubbard this week.
I have Chuba 2 spots higher than Darrell Williams this week.
That's pretty close for me, though, to be honest. I think both of those guys they're both kind of guy. Like, again, they're backup running backs, so the talent isn't necessarily there, but the volume is pretty similar. I'd lean with Darrell Williams simply because his matchup is easier than Chuba Hubbard. So I'd go with him. And now also Darrell Williams gets more involvement on 3rd down, 2-minute drill, long down and distance. So I'd go with him. And he's plays for the better team with the better quarterback too.
Yep. No, that's fair.
Dak and Joe Mixon for James Conner and Lamar. I'd take Dak and Joe Mixon there pretty easily. James Conner's not even remotely in the conversation of Joe Mixon right now.
Yeah.
CD or Tony, give me CD Lamb. Regardless of Dak plays or not, I'd still take Lamb.
Yep. Half PPR pick 2, Higgins, Pittman, Claypool, Williams, 5 points for plays over 40 yards.
You get big play bonuses. Give me Higgins give me Claypool and Mike Williams if you get big play bonuses like that.
Fully agree.
Yeah.
Arshea or Conklin, full PPR. Arshea pretty easily there.
Yeah, I would go with RSJ there. Yeah.
Well, why would you draw for a quarterback on Brady's bye next week? Gallup, Shepard, or Corey Davis?
Probably Corey Davis right now.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
The way he's injured and Zach Wilson's out, I'd probably drop Corey Davis for a quarterback.
Gibson or Sanders, full PPR.
I'd start Emmanuel Sanders. I think Gibson's going to get on track this week, but I would start Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Especially in full PPR.
Side note, I'm assuming Mixon's probably super chalky this week.
He's a GPP bro pick. Like all the the oversets and like the guys that are like giving GPP advice, they're all talking about look at this price range of running backs. Mixon's the pivot. But like the thing about what I don't like about Mixon this week is that 20 to 40% of every contest is going to be casual players, and they're going to see 32nd ranked defense against running backs, and they're going to play Mixon. So I don't want to play Mixon because I know a lot of people are going to steam him as like a contrarian play, but he's only a contrarian play to the like heavy DFS players.
That's fair. And
I think he's going to get more ownership than some of the guys that they're fading him for.
now, what I'm wondering though is in a small scale contest like the fair catch, 3,900
Ownership
people.
is condensed in small scale contests.
That's fair.
You're going to get more spread out ownership in Sunday Millions than you're going to get in a 3,000 person contest. Like the chalk is mega chalk in smaller contests.
And that's why I was kind of asking, like theoretically here, a lot of the
If you
more
want
casual punters-
differentiation at that price range, you go Chubb or you go James Robinson, 100%. That would be what I would go if you're going to try and differentiate at that price range.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we can get into some
So
more.
Stro DeKnight says, Gents need a wide receiver and a flex between Landry, Hilton, Myers, Gage, and Gaskin. I would go with Landry and Gaskin there, personally. I think Gaskin, with Malcolm Brown on IR, it's just Gaskin and Salvin Ahmed right now. I think, and especially in the game script that they're in, Gaskin's probably going to get the third down and 2-minute drill type of work. And if the Bills are going to put up points on the other side of the ball, which I think is absolutely going to happen, Gaskin might have a chance to have a game similar to what we saw a couple weeks ago against Tampa Bay, where we kind of blew them out and Gaskin just caught a bunch of passes. So I'd go with Landry and Gaskin there. Stro. Tua, Big Ben, Jameis Winston, Daniel Jones, Teddy. Who would you guys start? That is what's available. So I'm guessing you have Dak, and that's why you're asking this question. Tua definitely entices me because they're throwing the ball at a very high rate. He's going to be in a positive game script to throw the ball. I personally might go with Tua there. I think he's probably the best option. I don't want to start Big Ben or Jameis Winston because they're simply too volatile. So it'd be between Tua and Daniel Jones for me. But I think I'd go with Tua.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would go. I would go Daniel Jones.
I mean, I got to
Jones.
move Tua up my rankings after that question.
Yeah. I do have Tua decently high.
I had him too low. I don't know why I had him so low.
Where did you move him?
I had him at like 20, but he needs to be at like 15. So.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I also have Daniel Jones at 13 this week. So
yeah. Alex says Damian Harris or Lockett at flex. Scoring format kind of depends on this, but
I'd go Lockett. Any type of PPR.
I might go Damian Harris, man. I don't want to start Tyler. Tyler Lockett's been actually awful the last 6 weeks. Like
That's
even
fair.
before Russell Wilson got injured, he's been awful. So again, it's going to depend. If you need ceiling floor, I think Damian Harris has the higher floor, but Lockett absolutely has the higher ceiling, even with Geno Smith as his quarterback. So I think I'd lean Damian Harris unless it's full PPR.
Yeah, I agree. Also, side note, I'm assuming Gainwell's probably super chalky at 5K.
Not super chalky. A lot of people that I've heard are kind of like they're thinking he's going to be chalky, but they are fading him. So maybe he doesn't get as much steam as we initially thought. He's one of those like cycle of the DFS week because like on Tuesday everyone's like, okay, Gainwell's the pick, and then on Wednesday everyone's like, well, he's going to be super chalky, and then now on Thursday he's like everybody's fading him, so maybe he does actually come in at a kind of low ownership.
Yeah, because I'm making my second stack right now. I was going to do the Lions and Eagles game, but I pivoted to the Bengals Jets. So it was the one I have right now is Burrow, Mixon, Higgins on the Bengals side with running it back with Michael Carter.
That's bold to fade Chase. That's bold.
I mean, I'm assuming that's the chalk there.
I mean, so
Like
Chase,
if you're going to make the
you're going to
Bengals
do
stack.
a Bengals stack and you don't put Chase in, that's a huge differentiation point. But Chase's price is so high now that he's not going to be mega chalk anymore because he was at a point before where he was going around like 6,700 on DraftKings. So it's like, okay, I'm playing Chase every time.
I mean, maybe it sounds nerdy to say that in terms of Higgins, like you're seeing the target share. I think this is the game that he figures it all out.
That's a nerd take right there. If you've seen Chase play football.
Oh, no,
good morning.
Nothing against Chase.
Good morning. Waddle or Gibson, flex full PPR. I'm taking Gibson still. Waddle's got a horrible matchup.
Yeah.
I'd take Gibson.
That's fair.
Hi guys. Need one wide receiver PPR. Evans, Metcalf, T. Higgins. I'd take Metcalf there. That's a point where I fade Evans for the matchup because Metcalf and Evans, it's pretty close regardless. I might play Metcalf if Evans had a good matchup. So Pollard or I'm guessing that's Deontay Johnson. I don't know if that's Dearness Johnson or Pollard.
It might be David Johnson, bro.
Oh, it could be David Johnson too. A lot of
I go David Johnson.
If that's David Johnson or Deontay Johnson, I would go with those two. If it is Dearness Johnson, I would go with Pollard, if that helps you out there. Would you start Prescott or go with Wentz? Again, if you can pivot away from Wentz to Daniel Jones or Kirk Cousins, if they're on your waiver wire, do that and go with Prescott. But if you have no other options and you have to make a decision before 1 p.m. kicks off, I would start Carson Wentz.
Yep. Also, one more thing too. So I have the 3 in the run back. Would it be overkill if I played Crowder too?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to ask.
Who's
Again, I'm a
the run back?
DFS nerd. What?
Who's the run back?
Carter.
I'd rather run it back with Carter than or with Crowder than I would with Carter.
Yeah.
Personally,
Okay.
the Bengals run defense top 5 in rush defense DVOA, and one of the
That's
best like adjusted fantasy points allowed to running back. So I personally wouldn't play Michael Carter if I was doing a Bengals stack.
That's fair.
But I mean, Mike White did throw him the ball a whole lot last week, so
that's what I was.
It's possible that happens, but I think he's too. We only seen it 1 week where he's been the primary route runner on the team. Usually it's been Ty Johnson, so I'd like to see him do it another week before I put him into a lineup. With
fair.
That kind of assumption that he's going to be playing from behind.
So, like with him out now that I need a cheap running back, like what are your favorite like dart throw running backs on?
And I like Gaskin a lot. If you're going to go in that price range, I think Gaskin's probably the guy I would go with. David Johnson's a little too cheap for that range, so I'd probably go with Gaskin.
Okay, he's 5,600.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. With Ridley out, Matt Ryan or Teddy Bridgewater, I'd still go with Matt Ryan even with Ridley out.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny that you just said that.
Yeah. I still would go with Ryan. Yeah. I still think Ryan's going to be just fine. He's been playing really well right now. He's like top 5 in PFF passing grade, and they're throwing the ball at a high rate in neutral game script. So I have no problem playing Ryan even without Ridley.
Yep. That's fair.
Waddle, Michael Carter, or Alex Collins, PPR. There I'd go Jalen Waddle, Landon. Jonnu Smith or Mo Alley Cox, kind of a gross question. I'll take Mo Alley Cox there just because Jonnu's not even on the field, to be honest. He's not playing at all. So I'll take Mo Alley Cox. Khalil Herbert or Antonio Gibson, full PPR. I'll take Antonio Gibson there, Brandon.
Yep.
Monra's Egyptian sun god husband. Facts. Jacoby Myers or Mike Evans? Easily Mike Evans there, Brandon. Okay, I just lost it. Sup, guys. Pick 2. Hold on. I'm going to scroll back up. Pick 2. Judy, Gainwell, Marvin Jones, PPR. Give me the 2. Just because Judy's coming back from an injury, Canal, I think I'd go with Gainwell and Marvin Jones. Just because Judy's coming back from an injury, we don't know if he's going to play a full allotment of snaps. If you need a stealing and you want to, I mean, it's not like Gainwell's a sure thing either. So I suppose but Marvin Jones is a lock for me. He's just way safer than those other 2 guys. Gainwell and Judy's probably a bit of a conversation, but I would play Gainwell because the pace of this game, over's getting all the steam. I think this people fading Gainwell are going to look a little stupid in my opinion. I think he's going to be a pretty obvious play.
Yep.
Need to play 1 full PPR. Judy, Higgins, Emmanuel Sanders, Darrell Williams. Give me Emmanuel Sanders.
Higgins.
You play Higgins over Emmanuel Sanders? I'd go Emmanuel Sanders there.
I don't mind making that a bet.
Yeah, I think we can make that one. Is Spicy?
Spicy's not even in here.
Yeah.
Wow, you're lacking Spicy.
Well, they're never going to catch up. Yeah, big fact.
Let's run this. Elijah Mitchell, Collins, Elijah Mitchell. Higgins or Cooper? I go Cooper.
Yep.
Ridley outplay Pitts? Yes, sir.
Yep.
M. Jones
Marvin
or
Jones.
Yep.
McManus or Joseph at kicker. Greg Joseph's Bears or Browns kicker, right?
I'll go McManus.
Yeah, I'll go McManus there too.
Thoughts on Tony Pollard? Probably like a fringe top 30.
I have him RB29 this week. He's he's a flex, flex play this week.
I agree. Claypool, Higgins. We already answered that, Jerko. Waddle or Javonte, PPR, Koo or
I'll
McPherson.
take Waddle there.
I'll take Waddle and Koo.
Yep.
Pick my second receiver, half PPR, Lockett, Judy. Yeah, easily. Would you start Moss or Javonte Williams in a standard league? I would go with Zach Moss there.
Yeah.
Gronk or Pitts? Pitts easily. Herbert or Brady? I think I have Brady 1 spot higher.
I have Herbert 1 spot higher. So that is close. That is really close. I would take Herbert simply because they're at home and the Patriots defense just lost Jonathan Jones, a bit of an easier matchup. Plus Herbert does give you something with his legs. So I would take Herbert by like a smidge there, but Brady is also a top 5 quarterback for me this week.
Yep. That's fair.
Boo. Yes. Happy Halloween to you guys all. We're not really dressed up in costumes. I'm wearing a Brady jersey, so I'm in a costume technically. So Mike Evans or Devonte Smith for my flex. Mike Evans there. Eric.
Evans, yeah.
That's a little bit of an overthink if you play Devonte Smith.
DJ Moore, AJ Brown, PPR. I think I have DJ Moore like 1 spot
I
higher.
have AJ Brown higher.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do. AJ Brown with no Julio Jones in an easy matchup.
Oh, yeah.
I'd take AJ Brown. Like DJ Moore's got an easy matchup too, but Sam Darnold's been a lot more inconsistent. So I'd take AJ Brown over him.
I haven't adjusted AJ Brown with the Julio news.
Yeah, I have AJ Brown at 7.
I have him at 5 now.
Yeah.
Wait, so where do you have DJ Moore then?
I have DJ Moore at 10.
Damn. Okay, I have him at 8.
Yeah.
All right, let's rip these. Gainwell, Beasley, or Pittman. Who do I start in the flex? Half PPR. Half PPR. I'd probably go Gainwell. Pittman versus Gainwell's close.
That's too. Gainwell's too risky to play over.
Yeah,
Pittman,
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's close though. PPR flex: Emmanuel Sanders, Darrell Williams, Judy, Marvin Jones, or Woods. I'd go with Sanders.
I have Swift as my RB2 on the week, just for the record. I just moved him up to RB2. Yeah.
Damn, son. I have Swift currently. I mean, I would play him over.
Only Derrick Henry is the only running back I would play over him, to be honest.
This top 6 is so close for me. Henry, Cook, Zeke. I have Jones stuck in.
Yeah,
Kamara and Swift.
6.
I Taylor at 7.
I have Zeke at 7.
Oh, okay. So you have Zeke low. Okay.
Oh, I need to move Eckler above Zeke too. With the Dak news, I'd rather play some of these guys. I'd rather have Chubb too than Zeke with Dak out. Yeah, with Dak out. Yeah.
I think Zeke's touch workload is gonna be crazy if Dak's out.
I'm sure it is, but like Chubb and Eckler's are gonna be out good too, and they're in.
It's fair. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, flex: Emmanuel Sanders, Darrell Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Marvin Jones, Robert Woods. Again, give me Emmanuel Sanders here. I'd rather play Emmanuel Sanders is in my top 24 this week.
I agree with that. I would play Emmanuel Sanders out of those options as well.
What's wrong with T. Higgins? Nothing. He'll be just fine.
He's fine.
He's fine. He's not going to be Jamar Chase if that's what you're hoping for, but he's going to be,
really good.
Deontay Johnson light.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking for T. Higgins. Hey guys, need your help. That's what we're here for, brother. Would you guys start Woods, Sutton, or Sanders? I'm assuming that's Emmanuel Sanders. I would start Colton Sutton though over Emmanuel Sanders and Woods. Osborne or Hardman? This is a gross decision. I'd take Hardman there though.
Yep.
Paul says, who to start at running back 2, Michael Carter or David Johnson? I have David Johnson higher. That might be a hot take, but I would start David Johnson over him.
Yeah, I would as well.
CD Cooks or Tony? Is Ramsey shadowing Cooks? No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to.
Is Denzel Ward playing today?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Unless he was ruled out or something.
So Deontay Johnson.
He's not going to get shadowed by Denzel Ward. They just play sides, but he'll match up with him 75% of the time, 65% of the time, probably, I would say.
All right. I'll show you this lineup after a few questions.
Yeah, no worries. So Zach, I would go with Cooks there.
I'd go CD.
Yeah, I'd probably still go CD. Even with the Dak stuff, I'd probably still go CD.
Yep.
Never mind.
Tannehill or Daniel Jones. I think I actually have Tannehill one spot higher. But
I have Tannehill higher, so I'd go with him.
Yeah. Woods or McKissick half point PPR. Give me Woods.
Yep.
I'm starting Evans and Cooks this week. How worried should I be? Not too worried in my opinion. I mean, I think Evans is still going to get his, and same with Cooks. But
yeah. One thing I'd like to quickly plug, though, is that if you guys do want access to our weekly rankings, if you have simple start sit questions like this, you will get those answers from our weekly rankings. If you don't have time to tune into the live stream every Sunday and wait for us to catch up for 20 minutes, you can, Underdog has a promo code going right now, or a promo going right now, where when you sign up on Underdog using promo code FSE, you'll get 100% deposit match back, and you'll get our weekly rankings, dynasty rankings, rest of season rankings for free. So if you do want to just, get a quick answer, you can check our weekly rankings for that. Just thought I'd plug that.
What's up, boys? Need a flex, half PPR, Waddle, Javonte, Gainwell, or T.Y. Kind of worried Hilton re-injured in game. I would go with Waddle here.
Yeah, Hilton isn't even remotely in consideration in that question for me.
Dude, yeah.
Can't get Jones until the waiver wire, LOL. I'm thinking Winston, he has at home too. I can't remember who else he was talking about. You can't get Tua?
Can't get Tua.
Yeah, I'd rather have Tua than Winston. But if you have to play Winston, I don't think it's terrible, but it's not going to be an easy matchup for him because we're going to bring pressure, and that's not where Jameis Winston thrives. Plus, we know how Jameis Winston plays because this defense has practiced against Jameis Winston before.
Yep. Who have flex, full PPR, McLaurin, Cooper, Devonta Smith? I agree.
Yeah, I'd go with Terry there. Go ahead.
Elijah Mitchell, Kenny Gainwell, Darrell Williams, Amari Cooper played pick 2 PPR. I would go with
I'm still playing Cooper there.
I would go with Cooper and Darrell Williams. Williams versus Mitchell's close for me.
Okay, so he does propose an interesting thing, though, here. It's because should he go with one of the two backs early? Because if Cooper doesn't play, he can pivot to Darrell Williams on Monday. Or sorry, if Cooper doesn't play, if Dak doesn't play. I think I would still start Cooper even if Dak wasn't playing over Darrell Williams.
Yeah, I agree there. It's
I think I would just go Cooper and Darrell Williams personally. That's the two I would go with.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check where I have Darrell Williams.
Oh, here's Troy's question too. He did super chat. I believe this is the Troy that super chatted. AJ Brown, Zach Moss, Khalil Herbert, T Higgins. I would go with AJ Brown there. Yeah.
Yeah. AJ Brown is top 5 receiver.
This is a tough decision to make. Zeke or DJ Moore, full PPR. Zeke. So full PPR definitely helps DJ Moore out, but I think I would start Zeke over him.
Yeah. Yeah. Zeke's still a top 5 running back for me this week.
Yeah. With Ridley out, do I start Waddle, Gage, Higbee, or Javonte? I'd go with Jalen
Waddle.
There.
Yeah.
Teaser for Tampa Bay. I don't even know what the line is right now. The line's basically a teaser, probably.
Yeah. Aren't you guys? Are you guys at home or on the road?
Oh, we're only favored by 4 points. So teaser, if you wanted to tease that down to like 10 points or something like that, I think that'd probably be smart.
Yeah. I mean, do you see the Bills fucking prop this week against the Dolphins?
No.
-15.
Oh, really?
Bengals are fucking 11.5-point favorites on the road against the New York Jets. 11.5-point road favorites.
Oh, geez.
What is going on? Rams are 16.5-point road favorites against Houston.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, the Bills and Rams are absolutely favored by like a crazy number.
And
one
more thing, the Chiefs are favored by 10 against the Giants. By 10?
Might take the Giants there.
10 points? I mean, have we been watching the same Chiefs team? Like, what?
No kidding, yeah.
The public just loves it.
Start AJ Brown or Deontay Johnson. The flex me AJ Brown there, FIFA. Start one PPR Booker. I'm assuming that's Darrell Williams and Lockett.
Darrell.
I'll take Darrell Williams. Yeah, that's who I would go with as well.
Sit to
Sutton, Beasley, Marvin Jones. I'm sitting Marvin Jones and Beasley.
That's where I'm at as well. But Marvin Jones for Sutton's pretty close.
Yeah.
I agree, though. Who do I start at flex? Gibson, Evans, or Robert Woods?
I'm still going Mike Evans there.
Yep. I agree. Gainwell or Javonte? I'd go Gainwell.
I would as well.
Start one PPR, Williams, Carter, Mitchell, Higbee, or Goddard. So for the first part of the question, I would go with Darrell Williams.
Yep.
And for the second part,
I would go with Goddard over Higbee.
Yep. Hold the selfie phone for the Ridley trap this year. I think he'll be fine.
I mean, two of these games are for personal issues. I don't want to call him a trap because of that. He's still commanding good targets again. He might reappear on the buy low candidates this week. I don't know. Ridley owners definitely going to be very frustrated. So I'd imagine you can get him for cheap going forward.
Side note, Corey.
What's up?
This is probably where I'm landing at for this second entry. Any your thoughts?
Let me see. Okay, so Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, running back, quarterback correlation. You're probably going to need a receiving touchdown for that to work out. Unless if they put up 40 points, then you're fine. But you'll need a lot of points or a receiving touchdown out of Joe Mixon for that to work out. James Robinson's good. James Robinson's not going to get a lot of ownership, I don't think. I think
that makes no sense to me.
I low-key think the Jags game stack, like in Seahawks game stack, is one that I'm going to do. I think I might do one more Sunday Million. Just because it's contrarian, I might do it in the Sunday Million and do a Trevor Lawrence, Marvin Jones, James Robinson in that.
That's solid.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going to play Chenault. So T. Higgins, Jamison Crowder. Crowder's going to get a lot of steam with Davis out. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty popular at that price range, but that's fine. He's a cheap option. Michael Pittman, Dallas Goedert. Is that who is
Deontay? That was the one.
Is that Ernest or Deontay?
Deontay.
Oh yeah, because it says Pittsburgh. Okay, yeah. That's pretty solid. I think that's pretty solid. I don't think Deontay's going to get a lot of steam either.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty contrarian. That's why I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, yeah, like if people know that
like in a PPR format, Deontay Johnson is as safe as they come. Really, like he gets so many targets. It's pretty like he's up there with like Cooper Kupp, like with the amount of targets he gets. Like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, facts. Here, let me unshare my screen. Let's try to rip these. Sorry, my bad. I'm too busy talking about my freaking own lineups. Yeah. Eagles or Seattle defense. Give me Seattle.
I would take the Eagles. Actually, no, give me the Seattle as well.
Pick 3 half PPR. Patterson, Chuba, Darryl. Yeah, I agree. Moss, Claypool, Devonta Smith on my flex. Full PPR. Give me Claypool. Parker are starting Marvin Jones. Give me Marvin Jones over
Marvin
Parker.
Jones, not even close.
Out of these 3, pick 2 half PPR. Cooks, Claypool, Judy. I'd sit Judy.
Yep.
Thank you always, boys. Appreciate that, Omar. Zach Moss. You already asked that. Gringo, ask it one more time. See if it makes a difference. Yeah, right. Need help. My wide receivers got Hubbard on my bench. Should I switch someone else? Also, I need a flex from one of these guys. Also.
Okay, so you need a flex. Okay, so if you need a flex out of those guys, I would go with Gibson. Personally, if you want to get a little safer, then I would go with Hubbard. But if you're okay taking some risk, I would go with Gibson as the flex. But I would leave what you got in your start. You got Mitchell over Gibson and Hubbard. I actually would start Hubbard and Gibson over Mitchell this week. So I'd put Gibson in your RB2 slot and flex Hubbard personally. That's what I would do.
I agree there. Do I risk putting Dak on my roster? Or do I play it safe, putting Burrow? I don't mind just
Burrow in. Yeah, go with
Burrow there.
Yeah,
Higbee or Schultz.
Higbee.
I go Higbee. Yeah, especially with the Dak uncertainty.
Yep.
Half point PPR. You already asked us, I believe, Durko.
Yeah, that we went Claypool and Mike Williams there.
Yeah. Fuller coming back.
I think he's coming back soon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's coming back this week though. I don't think he is. He's still on IR. I'm pretty sure.
I'm already getting excited because I see a comment a couple below. Should I stick with Cousins if Dak is out? Won't be a shootout. Should I pick up Bridgewater or Daniel Jones? I have Jefferson too with Kirk. I would just go with the Cousins, and then if Dak plays, go Dak. You didn't let me go.
I didn't let you roast Gringo, but yeah, I put him on timeout. Can't be having that shit. Getting 50 or plus touchdowns by the end of the season. In a 17-game season, I think he's going to hit 50 touchdowns.
It's gonna be close. He's out. He's
on pace for like 53 or something.
That's now. I would say his range of outcomes probably like 45 to 55 this year.
We've actually had a pretty hard schedule to start the season too. Like he's got some cupcakes towards the end of the season. So I personally would like say he's gonna get 50.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's fair. He's a baller. Yeah. Elijah Mitch, Landry Chenault. Give me Chenault.
I'll take Visca there.
Yeah. Is Travis Kelce for Noah Fant and Mike Williams a fair trade? That's fair. I think that's fair. I actually might take the Williams and Fant side of that. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's a really fair deal.
Yeah.
Mitchell, Hubbard, Herbert, Booker, pick one for this week. I would go with Hubbard.
Yeah, I would as well.
Trump or Biden full PPR. I think you got the grittiness, the security.
Trump's a PPR machine.
Yeah, that guy's.
I think I'd take Trump. He's got good hands.
Yeah, amen. We've seen his hands at work for the last few years. Am I right?
Yeah. No kidding.
Cooks, Judy, or Daryl Williams full PPR. Pick one, please. I would go with Darrell, whatever you want to call it.
I'd take Brandon Cooks there.
Really? Yeah.
Full PPR. Give me Brandon Cooks.
That's fair. I don't know. I like Darrell. T. Higgins or Emmanuel Sanders PPR. I think we've literally.
I literally have to look at that. Like this is like legit back to back in my range. Like because I have Pittman here in this range too. I have Sanders at 21 this week. I have him very high, so I would start him over Pittman, Cooks, Woods, Higgins.
Yeah, that's fair. I would go with Higgins over Sanders though, personally.
Mike Evans or Joe Mixon PPR.
Mixon.
I'd take Mixon there. Yeah, that's a good enough option to pivot away from Evans.
Judy is back. As much as I'd like to have him as my R2, I'm feeling T. Higgins more.
Yeah, play T. Higgins over Judy this week.
I agree with how you have that, Justin.
Yeah, flex was Chase Edmonds. You kind of trolled there, having a Thursday night player in your flex.
Yeah, can't be doing that. Marvin Jones Jr. or Claypool. I also have OBJ. Whatever, OBJ. Give me Claypool. Yeah, that's not true. Lockett was clutch.
Yeah, I mean, like Lockett, he's gonna make big plays here and there, but he's been bad. Like for fantasy, he's been bad.
Real life, yeah. Like
he's still a great real life receiver, but he's been bad for fantasy. Ask anybody who has Tyler Lockett if they're excited about him this week.
Like he hasn't
had a good week since week 2. Like legitimately,
he hasn't put up more than 11 PPR points since week 2.
Yeah, and he obviously had monster games week 1 and 2, but that was. I hope he sold them high. I don't know if he was a sell high candidate for me, but like he should have been definitely because he was on a monster pace at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, hey, Gus, you're part of. I'm assuming that's the guy that was spamming.
Just flipped Landry and Ruggs for Judy, full PPR robbery. Yeah, that's a great move for you. That's a great move.
Job.
Gino only sees DK. Yeah, facts. Chalky word of the day. Yeah. Do you think Dearness Johnson is going to take that hunt role? No, I don't. No. I don't think Dearness Johnson is 1, a good enough receiver, 2, a good enough player, and 3, I think Chubb is going to kind of usurp anybody involved in that backfield. I think they're going to mix in Dearness Johnson to take some carries here and there. Demetric Felton to take away some Kareem Hunt stuff here and there, but I think Chubb is the primary beneficiary of Hunt being out.
Agreed. Chalky, LOL. Everybody loves the chalk.
Yeah.
Except for
if you guys don't play
DFS
DFS, then you probably don't hear that term a lot. But yeah, it's a thing. We got a super chat here.
Yeah, I was about to say we left off on Anthony. CL Sports Cards, appreciate that 499 super chat. He says, would you rather have Russell Wilson once he comes back or Herbert in your lineup to finish the year? I personally
It's
would rather
really
do this
not
Herbert.
even close for me. It's easily Herbert.
Yeah.
The Chargers like legitimately throw the ball almost twice the amount of time that the Seahawks throw the ball. And the amount of plays, if you took like the numbers, like how many plays they run per game and the pace of play, I bet the Chargers run 10 to 15 plays more per game than the Seahawks do.
Yeah, no, I agree there.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's spaced out for a second.
Yeah.
Again, yeah.
So Anthony says standard league, Joe Mixon, Bengals. Oh,
Mixon.
Okay. So give me Joe Mixon there, Anthony.
Yeah. Give me Mixon.
RSJ or Ingram. Give me RSJ there,
RSJ.
Durko. Hey, Brandon Cooks, Khalil Herbert, Kadarius Toney, and flex full PPR. Give me Brandon Cooks.
Yep. Thoughts on Toney tomorrow night? I think if he plays, he's going to
top
be a baller.
40 wide receiver, but not much more than that, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Happy PPR last flex spot. Hubbard, Herbert, Mitchell, Toney, Sanders,
Emmanuel Sanders,
Judy. Yeah. Yeah. Sanders versus Hubbard's pretty
hopefully Emmanuel Sanders smashes this week because I've said Emmanuel Sanders a lot on this stream so far. I don't think he's going to have a bad game whatsoever.
Injuries killing me at running back. Gainwell or P. Ryan for the next few weeks. Gainwell. Yeah,
easily
with
Gainwell.
Sanders hurt. CD with Dak potentially sitting or Michael Pittman Jr.
Still CD.
CD. Yeah.
Still
Even
CD.
if Dak doesn't play.
I do need to move those guys down a little bit though.
Brown, Godwin, and Mike Williams pick 2. Oh my gosh. Like AJ Brown for sure, but
Godwin and AJ Brown is easily who I'm going with there. I'd sit Mike Williams for sure.
Let me see where
he's still dealing with an injury. He has a tougher matchup than those two guys. Give me AJ Brown and Godwin.
Yeah, I would probably agree. Yeah, I would do that too. But like we're talking about 3 top 13 wide receivers, right?
I have Mike Williams at 16. I have Godwin and AJ Brown are both my top 8, and I have Mike Williams at 13.
Damn,
or 16. Sorry.
Godwin, Claypool, or DK in the flex full PPR. I'd go Godwin. Yeah. Need help? You already said that. Gainwell or Hubbard PPR. I'd go with Hubbard.
Yep.
Fant or Higbee, thanks a lot. I go no Fant.
Higher there.
No Fant.
I have
Fant at 7, and I have Higbee.
Yeah, I have Fant at 7 and Higbee at 11.
Yeah, that's exactly how I have it too.
Yeah.
Need to start to Claypool, Lockett, Dame Harris, or Devonta Smith in full PPR. I go with Claypool and Smith.
Claypool for sure, and probably Devonte Smith, to be honest, is the other one.
Should I start Elijah Mitchell or Tyler Lockett? Give me Eli Mitchell.
Yeah, give me Mitchell there too.
Pick a wide receiver in a flex. Where's the question there, Augustin? Did I miss it?
I could see it. It's pick a wide receiver in a flex, Claypool, Cooks, and Darrell Williams. Give me Claypool and Cooks, personally.
Yep. I agree there. What are you doing with
Dak? What about the Cowboys? Okay, so both the Cowboys pass catchers are still inside my top 20, but I would play Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans. Some of these back end or mid wide receiver 2s. I would play them over the Cowboys wide receivers right now with Dak expected to be out, but both guys are in my top 20 still.
And in terms of what to do with
12 tight ends still.
And in terms of what to do with Dak, this is how I'm handling it. Hopefully on your waivers, you can get a guy like Kirk Cousins or potentially Daniel Jones. So that way, if Dak's playing, you can play Dak. If Dak's not playing, you have a decently strong top 15-ish type play.
What I wouldn't do is get Cooper Rush off the waiver wire and play him if Dak is. Don't do that. Play like if you have Carson Wentz, Tua, Matt Ryan, whatever you got at quarterback, and you can't pick up those other guys, I would just play them over Dak.
Agreed. Hit the like. Yeah, appreciate that, Mac. 76 concurrent views right now, 48 likes. I want to see that closer to 60 by the next time I check. So
we're going to sign off of here at around 12:50 or so. So we're going to speed through as many questions as we can. If you guys need something answered ASAP, you know the drill.
Yep, Swift might go nuts.
Swift is going to go absolutely hog wild, I think.
Let's rip this. Herbert or Williams going to be Daryl.
Yep.
The tone has been set.
Yeah, the tone has been set.
Tiered PPR, pick one, Gordon, Lockett, or Devontae Parker.
Give me Lockett there.
Yeah. Help, Mixon or Patterson. Give me Mixon there, Adam. Sit one, Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, Mike Evans, full PPR. Like, in this situation, I'd sit Mike Evans. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't mind sitting Evans there. Moss or Javonte Standard. Give me Moss. Yeah. Beat the Titans. Yeah, definitely. I also have Darrell Williams. I'm still thinking CD. Yeah, no, go CD over Darrell. OBJ, Waddle, Goddard, or Hilton at the flex. I'd go with Waddle. Yep. Smith or CD if Dak doesn't play. I would start
Still
CD
still
regardless.
CD.
Yeah. Pick 2 standard. Herbert, Gainwell, Mitchell.
Give me the two late
I would
round
say Herbert.
rookies.
I would say Herbert for Gainwell.
Really?
I mean, to be fair, Gainwell's also a late round rookie.
Yeah, that is actually fair. They all are late round rookies.
Wait, by the way, JT Thursfield, say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. No, say it one more time, right?
Danny gets alive when this happens.
Dude, who do you think that helps? Like, who do you think that helps? Seriously.
Give me...
You're lucky my mod isn't in here putting the absolute fucking blue hammer on you right now. Unbelievable. You're not even getting a timeout. You're getting a full-on ban. Like, that shit is not tolerated at all.
Yeah.
You didn't think the first 25 times we would have seen it?
Oh, we got a super chat here.
Yeah, sorry. I just kind of fucking...
Yeah, you gotta set the tone on him.
JT, $2 super chat, appreciate the thought. He says pick 2 standard scoring. Cooper, Waddle, Landry, or Tony. I go with the first 2 there, JT.
Yes, I would as well.
Yeah. And again, as always, appreciate that $2 super chat. Sorry, that one guy is just freaking ringing me up right there.
Easily tilted.
Oh, we had another one too. I didn't even see this. Daryl Williams.
THC.
So, yeah, sorry about that, THC.
Yeah, we don't have Spicy Hot monitoring the chat for us. He usually tells us when we have super chats. So
because for whatever reason, at a certain point, they don't show up.
It's under $2. If it's an under $2 super chat or $2 or less, I think it doesn't show up on the top of our StreamYard thing for some reason. I don't know why.
So hopefully you're still in the stream, and like if not, like again, we apologize. But Daryl Williams, Harris, Booker, Hubbard, sit 1. I'd sit
Damian Harris.
I would sit Devonte Booker for Harris.
I like Booker's matchup better, and I like his workload. He's getting everything that Saquon used to get. Like he gets everything. So I mean, is Damian Harris a better player? Yeah, but like, give me the workload of Devonte Booker.
That's fair. But then again, I mean, you mentioned the matchup, but the Chargers haven't been exactly strong against the run either.
No, they haven't.
So I would sit Booker personally, but like that is probably all like 16 to 23 in my rankings type of options.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, as always, appreciate that super chat.
Yep. No worries. Christopher says start Moss or Javonte.
Moss.
Yeah, give me Moss there. Beat the Titans.
We already read that. We left off of here.
Sorry. Yeah,
no, here.
A little too high.
Pick 2 standard, Herbert, Gainwell. Remember, I said Gainwell and Mitchell. You said Herbert and Mitchell.
I actually just moved Gainwell ahead of Herbert. I would start Gainwell.
Oh wait. Pause. I just saw THC actually commented. He said it's Najee Harris, not Damian Harris.
Oh, it's Najee Harris.
So sit Devonte Booker there.
Yeah, sit Devonte Booker then if it's Najee Harris.
I'm actually going to pull up the YouTube on my left screen just so I can kind of see if anything happens recently.
We should probably already be doing that. It's a little bit of negligence on our part. Yeah. Anyway, let's speed through as many as we can here. So
let's rip this.
We are kind of answered that. Okay, so since Ridley out, should I go with LaVisca, Higgins, or Herbert? Yeah, go first 2.
Or was it?
I'd go with Patterson. I would go with Patterson over Lamb this week with potentially no Dak. I'd go Cordell Patterson there.
I don't mind that. Also, for the record, if that was only one option, I would start T Higgins there. But if it's 2, I'd go Visca and Higgins. Hill. 1 flex, half PPR. P. Ryan Hilton, Singletary, Naheem Hines. Also have Mixon and Michael Pittman in my starting lineup.
Kind of a gross thing that you have here.
Oh yeah, I would go Hilton.
I guess I'd go Hilton as well. Yeah.
PPR, I got Herbert or Hubbard. Which one for my RB2? I would go Hubbard.
Yeah.
Hubbard or Sutton? I'd go Sutton. Yeah. Patterson, Mixon, or Hubbard. I'd go with the first 2 there.
Yep. Next says or. So I'd go Mixon there, Benjamin. If you can only start one of those guys, give me Mixon.
Yeah, agree.
Patterson, Mixon, or Hubbard. Yeah, give me Mixon.
Chiefs won't be able to cover Kadarius Toney. Yeah, I definitely
probably not. No.
Yeah. Shepard, Lockett, or Gaskin, full PPR. I'd go with Lockett here.
I'd go Gaskin. I'd go Gaskin.
Shepard's expected.
I'd go
Lockett.
No Malcolm Brown. He's on IR. Give me Myles Gaskin.
Yeah. Singletary, Moss, or Carter. I'd go with I'd go Carter over Moss.
Really? You go Carter over Moss? I'll take that bet any day of the week.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, give me Moss easily.
I'll take the opportunities there. Pick 2, CD, Tony, or Gibson.
Give me CD and Gibson.
Yeah, pretty easily for me. PPR, Zacchaeus, Pettis, or Robinson. I'd go
Pettis. Give me
Pettis because I expect one of the receivers.
Give me more targets for Pettis, I guess.
Sit Herbert.
Sit Herbert there, Moja.
Yeah. Need help picking 2 between Gibson, Williams, and Mitchell. I would go with Gibson and Williams. And we actually left off quickly here at Young E-Dubs. Try to hold that. We got a $1.99 super chat from Renell. He says 2 full. I'm assuming pick 2 full PPR. Devonte Smith, Emmanuel Sanders, T. Higgins, Antonio Gibson, and Robert Woods. So for me personally here, I would go with Gibson and Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
I would go with Gibson and Higgins. I know you're going to go with Emmanuel Sanders and someone. I
definitely
Gibson
go.
and Higgins.
Sanders is definitely one of them.
I knew you'd do that.
Again, it's all going to depend if you need ceiling and floor. If you don't want to play Gibson because he's been kind of bad recently, I would go with Sanders and Higgins. But I personally would go Sanders and Gibson and risk it.
That's fair. Again, I would go with Gibson and Higgins. So that's our
it
little
is full
bet this week.
PPR, so maybe you want to go 2 wide receivers. I think that's probably a safe play as well.
Yeah. Either way,
Smith is also in consideration. He's like right there with Higgins and Sanders for me too.
Yep. I agree there.
The top position that you got. Same with Woods too. They're all like in the same like 7 spot range of like the 20 to 27 range at wide receiver for me.
Yep. So again, as always, appreciate that $1.99 super chat there from Renell. So we left off here at J Hill. J Hill, was it?
Yeah.
No, we read that.
Oh no, sorry, I have it.
Michael,
it's Young E-Dubs right here, I think.
Young E-Dubs, yeah, you got it.
Honey Badger. True. Claypool or Brandon Cooks, full PPR. Give me Claypool there, Isaiah.
Yep. Let's go Cowboys.
Let's go. Happy Sunday. Good luck. Yep. Good luck, everybody, as well. Listen to Joseph. Stafford or Hurts at a 4 point. Give me Hurts. Yep.
Wait, is Dak not playing? If not, should I start Dak or Ty? I would hold out for Dak and just kind of pivot if he doesn't play rather than starting Ty.
Yeah.
Personally. Dallas Goedert or CJ Uzomah. Give me Goddard.
Not even close.
Yeah. Thoughts sold Godwin for Mixon. Sold Sutton plus Gibson for Lamb. Sold DK plus Moss for Keenan Allen and Higgins. Sell Hollywood for Aaron Jones by week 13.
Yeah, you're going to need to DM us this question. We don't have time to answer this right now, but if you slide into the DMs, we'll give you a better answer.
Again, as always, Twitter's on the screen, DannyFootball59 to reach me on Twitter, at FootballStock to reach Corey on Twitter. So leave us a DM for that. We're just trying to hit the quick hitters right now to try to catch up because we are currently about like 15 minutes behind. Thanks, guys. Sorry for the repeat question. Missed the first responses. Went back and watched. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, no problem, Dirko. I didn't take it as any like malicious intent. Not like that one guy who commented it 40 times.
Oh, we got a news. Despite concerns, Bucks Rob Gronkowski will be active. That may be, according to Jay Glazer, that may be mostly as a decoy or used in emergency situations. So I need to pivot out of my DFS lineup because I am not playing Gronkowski now.
Yep. Full PPR, Chuba Hubbard or Elijah Mitchell. Give me Hubbard here.
I got an easy pivot. I'm just going with Higbee instead.
I mean, should I start Cooper or Ty? My bad. I would still go with Cooper there. Brock. Goddard or Uzomah. You already asked that. Bush or Danny, half PPR. I mean, I would go with Danny. You know, like I trust my workload a little bit more.
Yeah, he definitely has the workload. If we're like, I'm like I played defense. I didn't play offense. So,
dude, I was looking a little bit of a PPR fullback, if you ask me.
So you were like a use check?
Cal use check, baby. Yeah.
And Alec Ingold is probably the better comparison.
Oh man, you get me on those fullback screens. I was getting yak and everything. It was a beautiful thing to see.
That's elite.
Claypool.
Take Gronkowski out of this lineup too. I have a Brady stack here.
Claypool or Cooks, full PPR. I go with Claypool there, Isaiah. OBJ, Waddle or Hilton at flex. Give me Waddle pretty easily there.
I'm just gonna pivot right to Pitts. I don't even care. I don't care what Pitts ownership is. I'm playing him on most fucking FanDuel.
Which RB2 to start? Williams, Gordon, or Elijah Mitchell? Give me Elijah Mitchell there, Gordo. Happy Halloween, fellas. Darnold, Bridgewater, or Lawrence? I'd go with Trevor Lawrence, and happy Halloween to you as well, Smooth.
Yep.
What? Surprised you said that. I don't remember. Oh, the Lockett thing, I think. DK's Gino's favorite. Yeah, I know. I agree with that. Happy Halloween, guys. Which 2 wide receivers would you start? I would sit Aguilar. Aguilar or Ayuk here?
Ew. Like,
I know.
Give me Ayuk, I guess. I don't know. Like, they're both gross.
I'd go Patrick and Ayuk. I think Patrick's like the pretty safe.
I would go Aguilar and Ayuk for sure.
Really? You're sitting Patrick?
Yeah,
at least Patrick's
with Judy coming back. Aguilar's in a game that's going to be high paced and shit. Maybe he gets some work that way. But I would sit Patrick for sure, 100%.
Yeah, either way, that's gross. Start 2 in full PPR. Higgins, Pittman, Smith. I'd go with Higgins and Devonta.
Okay. Probably done for the questions. I would say it's 12:54.
One more minute.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I go with Tony and I go to Tony. We don't know if Tony for Monday. I just go with Zach Moss here. Carr.
I think the Sunday million's full.
Darren Shotz looks like Kamara with the ball in his hands. No, the difference is Dearness Johnson's like a 4.8 running back.
Yeah, he also did it for one game against
Yeah.
the Broncos, who also aren't a good run defense. So
It's going to be a great sell high next week. Yeah,
oh,
hopefully.
he definitely will be. Yeah, I talked about him last week as a guy that you could probably sell high, but especially this week.
But yeah, in terms of questions, we made it to about 12:41 here. So
It's not bad. It's actually better than we usually make it to. So
again,
if you guys want to see what I'm doing right now, I'm going to hand build a Sunday million.
If you guys have
a couple minutes of this,
if you guys have any last second questions, feel free to DM us on Twitter, and we'll text you during Sunday football.
Yeah. So here's what we're doing here,
especially for the 4 p.m. games.
Yes. I want to do a Jag stack here because I think it's gonna be super contrarian. And I'm gonna do this in a. I'm not. It's not a Sunday million. It's a $9 entry NFL Red Rum Rush. So it's a large tournament basically. So I'm gonna go Trevor Lawrence, and what I'm not gonna do is play Laviska Shenault because he's gonna be highly owned. So I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence with James Robinson and Marvin Jones. So I got pretty good salary relief by doing that. I'm going to see what other running back can I go with this. I kind of want to go with another high-priced running back if I can. So I am personally going to go with Swift, I think is my other running back here. And then go down to wide receiver. I got to go a little bit cheaper at this position, but I want to get who do I want in my lineup here? I don't have a lot of Diggs this week, so I'm going to go with Diggs, get some exposure to him. He's going to be highly owned. So, but I do have, I have a low owned quarterback. I'm going to have a low owned wide receiver in Marvin Jones. So I can afford to eat some chalk on Swift and Diggs, but I should go with a little bit more of a contrarian play at wide receiver for my second one. I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go, I don't have enough for Sutton. I'm going to go down, who do I want here? I go Devonte Smith's going to be pretty highly owned as well, so maybe I have to go cheaper at tight end, but I like Devonte Smith's price point there. Okay, here's I don't know if I might have enough to get Hawkinson, and he's going to be low owned. I'm going to go Hawkinson there. Defense, my favorite cheap defense of the week is Washington, just because Denver is, they're not exciting, and Washington has a good pass rush, so they might get some pressure at least. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Jacksonville's defense. Just stack this game up completely. Just say that Jacksonville's going to wipe them. Yeah, so this is a large tournament. You got to go a little contrarian in this kind of situation. So last, I got wide receiver. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson as well. I like what you did with the contrarian play at wide receiver. Deontay Johnson. Do I have any minis here? Not really, but I do have some. I have the 2 Lions players too, so I'm guessing the Lions are also going to have to do the Lord's work against the Eagles. So, all right, enter lineup. That's a large field tournament. Again, could be a torch, but who knows? Contest is full. Shit. Okay.
Is Alex Collins playing? Like what?
Okay. Import lineup. Let me go to a different contest then. It's not going to let me do this, huh?
I don't have a tight end to start in my one league.
What league?
I'm in Trade the Public, and it's a 2 tight end start league. And Waller's on bye, and Logan Thomas is hurt. So,
oh, really?
Not fun in the Dynasty.
True. I
am currently 12-2 in this league because it's 2 per week. You play your matchup and you play the median.
True.
So 12-2 right now. Too bad.
All right, so let me quickly glance over my stuff here. Okay, so since we're just kind of like doing nonsensical shit right now, I'm going to end the broadcast again.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in.